Okay, so I'm back with the next episode of Labor of Love. Well, the next part of my episode, or we're still on episode 2, about halfway through. And real quick, I made a video. It was from a I just woke up, man. It was it was an ass video to make. I just fucking woke up about money and dating. So I went over that, and I woke up this morning thinking about this shit, about the girl who I end up focusing on, the little light skinned girl. And I want to say, man, I'm gonna go back through that video and make an entire series on that woman is exactly how you become a Darcy in the world. Like, I don't know if anybody on my Patreon watched my older videos, but I used to follow this girl named Darcy from this 90 Day Fiance shit. And Darcy, like, that shit is real. And there's a certain way how women become Darcys in the world. And the sad part is, Darcy's like, these women end up just spending their entire lives completely just lost in themselves. Like, just lost in their whole system of the value of the dating market. Now, this girl in this show, she's not a Darcy. Okay, she's not a Darcy. She's fucked up. Don't get me wrong, but this is not a Darcy. This is a different scenario. But yeah, the girl in that video I made about, like, if you don't have character with money, then it's worthless. Like, see that there's a light skinned girl in there, and that girl is the exact situation of how Darcy became Darcy. You see what I'm saying? So anyway, I probably will go more in depth on that on my main YouTube channel. But anyway, we're gonna start with the labor of love here.
You have made me feel the most comfortable. But also, really, it was after, kind of our last drill, which was a very intense experience, to say the least. I really just kind of thought, like, who do I want my first date to be with? And it was just Matthew. You're one of the guys here that I just think...
He's like, yes, I want her. I want her a little bit.
Matthew.
Look at this beta shit.
You're...
I was like, yes.
One of the guys here that I just think, off the bat, I see is I know that you'll be a great husband and father. But I also felt, that chemistry starting between us too, and that's something that I think I wanted to explore on a date. When I look at Matthew's face, I just see total sincerity. I see this guy that's really excited to get to know me. And I feel like right now, that's really what I need. But I do want to share something with you. Sure. And I haven't shared this with anyone yet. A couple years ago, I was in the terrorist attack in Nice.
France has been struck on her day of national holiday when this large truck came barreling through in the southern coastal town of Nice. Many as 73 dead and more than 100 injured.
It was horrible, obviously. No one would... I don't want to cry right now. I took this big trip.
That was 4 years. Don't nobody care about that shit from you. Don't nobody... See, this is worthless, useless woman trying to dig for a reason to sound interesting. Okay, let's be real about this shit. Okay, she's clearly not, unless she had like a wound or a scar or was missing a leg or some shit. Like, don't nobody give a fuck about that. All right, and not in today, not like today. Maybe like within that first year, like, let's be real about it. If you're not hurt or none of your family members got hurt, don't nobody give a fuck about that. See, that was nothing but useless, worthless woman reaching for an excuse to sound like she's important or had some edge to her or had something to to offer as dangerous or some goofy shit like that. Don't nobody give a fuck about that shit. On a date, you're trying to break it down like this. I want you to know something about me, bitch. That's not about you. Okay, it's not about you. Didn't get hurt. You got all your limbs, your eyesight, your hair. No, it's not about. See, bitches like this are fucking great.
France and Italy to sort of kind of get back in touch with myself.
Get back in touch with yourself.
I remember, like, in that moment, like, when I didn't even know if I was going to make it out or not, that I just had this immediate clarification on, like, what mattered and what...
This is my desperate attempt to sound like I have some character in life, which I clearly don't. This is my attempt to get you to focus off the fact that I was riding a cock carousel for the last 2 decades, and now I'm desperate to find a man who's desperate enough to have sex with a 40-year-old woman and have a risky childbirth with. Shut the fuck up.
But you didn't. And I promised myself, that if I made it out, I would do things differently. And I think that's what gave me the courage to do this.
Okay, so let's do the math. It just said, okay, this is where you're gonna bust her dumb fucking ass, just make her look stupid. Okay, so she was married at 36, 37. The bitch is like 40, 41. So this is roughly either before, during, or not long after her marriage. That she failed after 6 months of being married to somebody while she was 36, okay? So if she can't make it work at 36, she's never gonna make a marriage work, ever. Okay? Because it's just in her to be like that now, to be uncompromising. So she said it changed her life and gave her the courage to do this now. Bitch, that was 4 years ago. That shit didn't give you any fucking courage. Look, and let's be real, a terrorist attack, okay, 9 times out of 10, the bitch was probably like sitting on a bench a good 40 yards away from whatever the fuck happened. You see what I'm saying? She probably heard a few loud pop sounds from a gun or something. I don't even know what the fuck happened. But whatever the fuck it is, it's no real shit because she ain't nothing wrong with that bitch. All right? If something had been wrong with her, she'd have been opening up this. That shit would have been like in the headline of introducing a bitch or some shit. Like if it was some real shit. So you mean like, this is bitches, man.
I love my life today. I've never liked myself better.
Oh my God, so many people need to hear that. Her strength is inspiring. When you talk about raising a family together, this woman showed me so many qualities to know that she will be an amazing parent. Here comes the rest of my life.
The rest of okay, so let's do the math on what the rest of your life is. The rest of your life is now into the lineup that you're so happy and proud to win is with a woman who failed at marriage, okay, and failed at marriage at 36, rode the cock carousel for a good 20 years before that, got divorced, hopped back on the cock carousel, and then she got on such a more gangster carousel now. She's on a carousel of beta pathetic men who are too scared to come up and just want to fuck her. She flew you motherfuckers out from all around the goddamn country. So she's back on a carousel now of men. And this is the woman you want to have kids with and spend your life with, and you sit down and talk to her maybe a total of an hour. Hey, this is who I want to have kids with. Like, for real. Think about that. Now see if y'all just fucked a couple times and she ended up pregnant. Then he was like, okay, we gotta stay together. That's a different story. But this bitch is fucking raggedy trash, man. She's fucking trash.
But honestly, I think it's why I appreciate your response to the bearer so much, because that is important, and especially if you're talking about having a family. Like, how are you gonna handle stress?
She don't know what a family is. All right, she ain't never had one. She ain't never lasted long enough with a man to even get there. As far as she got into having a family of her own was having a rotation of men and getting pumped and dumped. She don't know what the fuck she's talking about, so don't pay that bitch no attention. This is why I say, man, never listen to a woman for advice, man, because where they're grabbing shit from is like women just have a horrible core logic. Period. They do. Like you see, because the reality of it, and this is what women want. Women want the man to not pay them any attention and just be man and lead them. Because see, where this is headed with bitches like this is, she's getting ready to become the leader. All right? And every woman knows when they become the leader, woman's default setting is self-destruct. And everybody around her is going to be miserable and angry and upset because she's in the lead now. You don't let a woman lead. You must lead woman. Actually, I told the bitch who cut me up and shit. I got to do a fight with Wolverine and shit on my back. I told her flat out, you are a woman. Your job is to please me and shit test me. My job is to lead you and be indifferent. And she completely fucking agreed. Do not let her, well, you gotta reach my standards, blah, blah. Now, see, once bitches do this whole shit of, you gotta reach my standards, see, that's her just saying nothing but, I'm fucked up, I can't keep a man, so hopefully I can find a beta dude to follow me. That's all that's saying, ever, to every woman on the planet.
How are you going to handle the really tough stuff? How are you going to handle the unexpected? So your actions really showed me who you are. One of the things I really appreciate about Matt is he makes me feel comfortable. I definitely did not think that I would be bringing that up this early with any of the guys, especially not on my first date. But with Matt, it just really felt right.
She don't know what right is, man. That's what I'm trying to say. She don't know what feels right is. A bitch ain't never had right. So how the fuck she know what right is? It's like saying, oh, I got an A1 massage from the top massage person in the world, and I don't even get massages, so I don't even know what an A1 massage is. You see what I'm saying? Like, that bitch, man, that dumb asshole don't know what the fuck she's talking about. I just dropped this little thing I was playing with in my hand.
Okay, like I do have a thing for fireworks. This is amazing.
With 14 other men waiting on her. And think about this shit. She doing all that with 14 other men sitting back waiting on her. See how sick this is?
Of being the first date.
And she's trying to pick out which one to be her baby daddy. Fucking tramp.
Thank you.
Here's to a love
Fucking
story.
tramp.
This was unlike any experience I've ever had.
I bet.
Could not have predicted anything like this.
This is the most romantic date I've ever been on, and I think Matt is really just such a pleasant surprise. With the fireworks and just having spent the evening with Matt and having it been so comfortable, I'm kind of hoping for a little kissing too, maybe.
And she kissing 20 other men in that house. You see how sick this is? She up there, she kissing 20 other men in that house. This is cock carousel tutorial, son. This is professional cock carouseling. Look at this fucking beta bitch in the window. I wish she'd kiss me like that. This is professional level cock carouseling right here.
I'd have to say.
This is so much of a gangster cock carousel. She has all of them living in the same goddamn house and talking about her and still taking turns on them. That shit is fucking brutal, man. That is sad. Think about that shit. That's how gangster she has grown. This is how much she has grown in experiencing how to deal with a cock carousel. She is so bold and so gangster, she will shack 20 men up in a house literally across the street from her and take her turn on which one she wants to talk to and kiss and all this shit next. She's a fucking tramp.
This is the best first date of my life.
I bet.
And it's absolutely crazy to say this could be the mother of my children.
I think about holding a grandchild and watching that grandchild grow up in a healthy, strong, fun-loving family that I know Matthew's going to provide.
Well, yeah, he's beta. He's going to provide that shit.
It's an under-promise, over-deliver situation, right?
Sales 101.
Oh, yeah. Well,
I get it.
There you go.
So excited for my date with Marcus. He was one of the guys that caught my attention. I feel like Marcus is really my first crush. He truly is a gentleman.
Damn, see, this is cock carousel in 10,000, son. She just went on a date with another motherfucker. Probably licked. Well, she wouldn't lick his balls because he ain't alpha enough. The wrestler dude. If he was fucking what's that motherfucker? Jason or Alan, whatever. Either one of them, she would have licked his balls by that night. But you see how quick she just did that shit. See, this is cock carousel. This is professional level cock carousel. This is professional feminist induced national televised cock carouseling right here. The only difference is she's not fucking all of them because they're all beta bitch faggots. If they had any balls of courage, she'd be fucking all of them. She's a fucking
He's a very
piece of shit.
sophisticated man, and I do find that appealing.
Wow.
God. Oh my God.
This
Wait, no.
is gonna be
Marcus.
ready to enjoy some basketball, I guess.
I guess so.
We have some tickets to the Hawks game. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
Oh my gosh.
I'm excited to spend what looks to be a fun day. I feel a little bit under the hot seat just because, you know, this is my moment.
Look at that. Now I know how to spell your name.
She's all nervous and completely like flustered.
Oh, that's another thing I want to tell you guys right here. Hang on. This is another thing
Now
I
I
want
know
to
how
tell
to
you
spell
guys.
your name.
She's all
Okay, so look how he's holding her hand, right?
nervous.
It's interlocked. Never do that shit with a woman. At least in the beginning. When you hold a woman's hand, you hold it. Let me see if I can see myself in this fucking picture. This is lagging on my end. But you hold it. You don't do this interlocking shit. You don't do this shit. You hold her like this and you hold it firm and you walk in front of her and you lead her. Okay? See that interlocking shit. Women see that as either two things. Usually, in most cases, that when you interlock that shit, women either see that as you are strictly in the friend zone, or that is like the anal of holding hands. Like it's usually one of the two. So never do that shit. Especially like when you first meet her for like the first week or month or whatever the fuck, you hold her hand like this. You see what I'm saying? You don't do this. You do this, and you be the one like over her hand. Like don't okay. Like let's say like okay. Let's say this is your hand and this is her hand and y'all walking. You gotta hold her hand like this over hers and walk forward. If you're holding like you're like behind her, see women sense. It sounds petty, man, but women feel and sense all these little things. If she's walking and her hand is like this and your hand is like underneath hers and you're like kind of walking a bit, see you're still under her. She don't like that shit. Bitches don't like to be a leader in any way, man. None of them do. You got to have your hand over hers and have a firmness in it. A firmness to like don't squeeze it so you break her fucking knuckles, but firm. You see what I'm saying? Your hand has to be over hers, not under hers in any kind of way. And then just start walking forward and she will follow you. Okay, because her biological nature says, this is man, I must follow. See that? He's fucking up right there.
And completely like flustered and excited, and it was the kind of look that you see in somebody who is shy enough to honestly be here for the right reasons.
Whoa. Marcus, look at this.
We go upstairs and we go into this incredible VIP section. We have this whole box to ourselves, this incredible food spread.
Future dad,
And you know, there's
mom.
thousands of people, and yet it just seems like it's just her and I there.
I feel like we're just on a date.
To be fair, this would be very expensive.
It would be, I know. That's what we should enjoy it now. On paper, Marcus looks like a total package. And in person, I think he does too. He's good looking.
Yeah, on paper. Yeah, on paper. On paper, all these guys are the perfect package. But see, there's a reason why they had to go to a show like this. Because they brains in dealing with women isn't right. On paper, all these motherfuckers look like what you would call alpha men. You could tell by in the first episode. The tallest guy there is 6'8", and all the guys don't look. None of the guys there are a lot shorter than him. So they're all over 6 foot. They all got good jobs. They're well spoken, well educated. Blah blah blah. On paper, it looks good. But see, the character, why they would even show up to that in the first place, that's the red flag. And that's the red flag for the woman. Why they would all show up there, they're fucked up. And they're so fucked up, they can't find a spouse in their area. So they had to go on a show made up motherfuckers from 2,000 miles away in every damn direction.
He's smart, he's a doctor, he's adventurous. Oh my gosh. Just kiss me, Marcus. Oh my gosh.
Hey, kiss cam.
Somewhere in here, I'm a silly, shy 8th grade human that finds it really, really hard to like make the first step.
Exactly. Yeah, he's beta. He's a very shy 8th grade kid who's too afraid to take the first step. He's too okay. What woman heard and a woman feels when they talk to him, and like I said, what did I say when they were holding hands? Okay, he is following. And no woman wants to follow it. And then see where she was just going on talking about some, oh, on paper he's great. What she was really saying is in real life, he's nowhere near as good as he is on paper. Because in real life, see, this is why I try to tell men, when women are walking around these alpha dudes, like these dudes who look like they're alphas, like a lot of times they're not fucking those guys. Because those guys are they're like him. Like, oh, I'm nervous, I didn't know. See, because you're not leading. To be man, you must lead shit. And don't be afraid of failure. If you fail, accept the failure, move on. Don't get mad about the failure, okay? If you fail, accept it, move on. But man is valued for going out for putting his neck out there and trying. That's why we're valued. We're valued for trying and not being afraid of defeat. You see what I'm saying? And that's why he can't pull a bitch, because he's too afraid to do any of that shit.
Smooch a girl, especially when she's super hot.
My mom's gonna be proud of me for not discussing.
Mark is very romantic, and that he didn't get from me. I remember one date that he invited this girl, and he asked me to get some roses and have them at the table in the restaurant for when he arrived. Oh my goodness, Mark. Yes, very romantic. Maybe too much.
Oh man, you ain't even dancing. What the fuck?
I think it was just left to right. I think it's a twist. Spin your mouth.
Everything felt effortless with Marcus.
But you know what that was? Everything felt effortless with Marcus, but I can't fuck Marcus. That's what she just said.
Did I get the extra the
Yes,
day?
they
Did I get the 10? I liked Marcus before the date. I've had a crush on him this whole time, but now I just feel like I have something real with him.
Yeah, okay, she can't fuck Marcus. Okay, she can't fuck Marcus. Marcus is going and I